Hi guys, I'm Blessing and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming to you with a lovely partnership with Anna and Luisa. They sent me these beautiful earrings. So these are like little hoops with the butterfly and I really like them. Oh my god, you can't see them. Because they go with like all my piercings. And I'm wearing this necklace. I don't know if you can see the detail, but it's two cats and it's like a Gemini horoscope necklace. And I have a few other pieces, but I'll mix in the video right now so you can see the pieces I got. If you're wondering, should I buy these pieces from these people? The answer is yes, because actually, one thing about me is I don't really like to take off jewelry because I always have long nails. So it's always hard for me to put back on like bracelets and necklaces and actually sometimes earrings. And what I like about Ana Luisa's jewelry is that it's obviously long lasting. I've been wearing this for straight 2 weeks and it hasn't tarnished. I wear it in the shower. I wear it in this hot Korean weather and it's still shiny and it looks high quality because it is high quality. So if you're thinking of buying pieces, you should. I have a discount code in my description down below and maybe somewhere on the screen. So I hope you enjoy Ana Luisa jewelry as much as I do, especially because Mother's Day is coming up or has come and it'd be really nice to get your mum a piece of jewelry from this company. So today's topic is dating in Korea. I know I spoke about dating in Korea before and I called it romantic rambles. I guess this is my romantic rambles part 2, but it's not about dating stories. I guess it's just like my overall dating experience in Korea and how it's made me feel about myself. So as always, I'm going to be doing my makeup. As always, I start with eyebrows. So I probably won't speak in this part because I need to concentrate. Okay, so like my dating experience in Korea has been like basically little to I broke this eye pencil. My dating experience in Korea has basically been like really little to like none. And like obviously, I mean nowadays like the way people meet people are online, right? Is online. So like you use apps like Tinder or like Bumble or whatever, but you can also use Bumble to find friends, which is what I've been trying to do lately. Anyway, so I find dating here or trying to date is really hard because I don't know if it's because when I lived in the UK, I wasn't trying to date. Like I never dated before. Like I've never had a boyfriend. I didn't like go out looking. I wasn't on apps looking for partners or whatever. Like I just wasn't doing it at all. And it wasn't something that I was concerned with. And I don't know because I moved to Korea when I was 21. So like it became an interest of mine and I became concerned like finding a partner and I started to think about it. But I feel like I already started at a disadvantage, right? Because at home, I'm like, not that the playing field is even, like obviously there's like societal racism, whatever. And I'm not saying Korea is racist or the dating pool is racist. I'm just saying that like at home, I'm just seen as anybody else, right? I'm black, but like I'm just seen as like anybody else. But in Korea, I'm like, obviously first and foremost a foreigner, but when I'm a foreigner, I'm like already put at like, I don't want to say the bottom of the totem pole. Like I don't want to categorize that for all black women or all black people in Korea. Like I don't have the right to do that. But from my experience, that's how I feel. Like even just in terms of, okay, this is not dating, but jobs, like white people will always be like preferred over ethnic minorities, right? Over black people, right? I've had a guy say to me once, he popped up to me and he was like, dating here must be really hard for you, right?
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
And obviously I'm my mother's child, so I'm like ready to fight like at any point. So I said to him, what do you mean? Like, why would you say that? Why would it be hard for me? Obviously it's hard for me.
If you know how I feel, why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's...
He was like, oh, because you're black and like, a lot of Korean guys prefer like Korean girls, or if they like foreign girls, they like white girls. Because here are the reasons he gave. Come and hear this bullshit. He said Korean guys like white girls because their skin tone is closer to their skin tone, because apparently that's how attraction works. He said white people are wealthier than black people and more educated than white people. And I was like, is that really true? And I was like, I'm not wealthy. Like, it's not like I grew up wealthy, but I grew up comfortable. So I was like, then like, why? I said, I grew up comfortably and I'm well educated. So like, where's your research to say that's the truth? And he was like, oh, that's just what Koreans think. Whatever. And I was like, that's so like, if that's like a general thought, then that's so effed up. Like, why would you think that? Who told you that? And like, most people here who are foreign are either in university or teachers, and you have to be educated to do both of those things, right? And in university you're getting an education, that's most likely. Or people are here for like corporate jobs. So for him to say, oh, like white people are more educated, I was like, the hell? So I mean, I've had like, that's him, that's like an experience that I've had that I was just like, okay, but I never really took it on board or like overly thought about it. But like, it's very true. Like, if you, I feel like if there's a percentage of people who are dating Korean people in Korea who are foreigners, it's more likely white people than black people, you know? Just because that's the way, I guess, the cookie crumbles and the way it is, especially when that guy said those are the kind of thought processes that someone have. I feel like dating here has been so hard for me. Like, no, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I see myself physically more negatively than I did before. Like, obviously I'm like a bigger girl and whatever, like I've been like, even since the UK, like it's not like a revolution. It's not a revelation, so it's not something I've just suddenly realised, whatever. Like, I am curvier, I do have like a bigger I do have a bigger bust, so it's something that I've always like lived with and dealt with. But like, I feel like my type of body is like fetishized. People have more fetishes like with my type of body. Like, I feel like, I don't know how other foreigners are doing or other people, but I feel like I get a lot of messages like FWB, which means friends with benefits. And I think at one point, like the messages were so much like friends with benefits, whatever, like repetitively. And I was literally like to myself, like, I hate my body. Like, I hate my boobs. I wish I had smaller boobs. Like, I wish they weren't there as something that's seen as like an attraction that would bring people towards me. Like, I want people to think that I am pretty and that I have an interesting like personality. But that's something I really went through. I was literally like, I hate my boobs. Like, I don't even see myself as attractive. And like, I guess this is just kind of like, not just even specific to Korea, but with dating, like when you have friends who are dating people and it seems easier or whatever for them, it can be really disheartening because you're like, what are they doing that I'm not doing, you know? But personally for me, that's like always been an insecurity of mine. And not specifically with dating, like even friendship wise, I don't know what my personality is like, or even if I have a nice personality. So when even friendship wise, like when people are like forming friendships or dating, and you know, when they're dating, like not necessarily that they have a boyfriend, but they have a guy they've been seeing for a couple of weeks and he comes over and they hang out, and I'm thinking, how does that work? Like, how are you doing that? Because people I know, they're like, oh, I went on a date last week. People I know are like, oh, I went on a date last week and he was really nice and we're hanging out again today. How? How are you even getting a first date? Like, what am I doing? Or what am I not doing? And sometimes, like, it's like a topsy-turvy scale thing. Because on one hand, I'm like, oh, I hate my body, like, I hate my boobs. I just wish I was like a normal sized girl. Like, I wish I had like an average sized boob instead of these like gigantic like pieces of shit on my chest. The other scale, I'm like, maybe I should just utilize my boobs and just, you know, like call myself out there. Not saying that if you choose to be sexually liberal that you're a whore, but I'm just saying, like, go out and just like, is that the way I'll get male attention? Which is really bad, and I don't advise you to do that. But do you know what I mean? And it's just like what what is it with me? Am I horrible? And sometimes I'm like, you know, sometimes you are. But like, I feel like I can turn it around. You know? I can make an effort, and I feel like this is like a campaign for me. And I'm a really caring person. And you know what I mean? I can bake, you know? I've spoken about this before, like this is just general in life. And I was like, I don't feel like an adult and I've never had a boyfriend and it's so easy for everyone else. Quite clearly it's easy for everyone else. Quite clearly. And I don't know if it's my thoughts or like my way of thinking that is leading me to where I am in life, if that makes sense. Because no offense, you guys can say I'm mean, because sometimes I do know that I can be mean. But I saw a woman the other night out with her boyfriend. And, you know, her hair wasn't doing what the hair was supposed to do. I'm thinking, if that can happen, then there's hope for me. When like, I feel like I've laid this properly today, then I feel like I have like hope to like find a partner who's like doing that. Do you know what, for me, you know? And I just feel like I don't even know how to like, I don't know. I just feel like maybe because no one's been interested in me. I feel like because no one's been interested in me, so I don't really know like how to appeal to others. Like, do you know what I mean? Sometimes like I was talking to my mum earlier and I was like, I feel like an imposter just in life. Like, am I real? Nothing feels real and I'm questioning everything. Like, I'm not really enjoying life. I feel quite lonely, and you know, I feel like there's some points in the year, like you go through ebbs and flows, right? Sometimes you're like, I don't mind being single, and then there's people who aren't single, like, no, you should like be happy, like being in a relationship is stress. Everything is stress to me, do you know what I mean? So like, I want a boyfriend. I'm gonna say that out loud now, I do. And like, you can manifest, but when is it gonna happen? I'm 23 years old, 24 in like a month. You know, and obviously like it shouldn't be a goal that you set yourself, because in the grand scheme of things, like that's literally not important. Like, I am happy that I'm healthy and that I'm able to have a job and like my family's healthy and safe, so like I'm happy about that. But like, you know, there's like little personal goals that you want to have, and obviously the quality of the person matters too. So you can't just be like, oh, I want a boyfriend, and then like he's a piece of shit, and like, you know what I mean? But just because you want a boyfriend, like you just went for anyone, which is what some people are doing. This is how I take out my blush, because it's like run out, and then like, oh my god, can it focus? It's not gonna focus. I feel like it's making me question like my whole life, because when I was like 7, I went to my auntie's like barbecue before her wedding. And there was a boy there, he was the same age as me. And he went, oh, like, do you want your first kiss? And I said, ew, no. And then I pushed him and I stepped on his toe. I was just, and sometimes I think, what would happen if I went back in time and was like, even though he's not your type, even though you're 7 years old. Because when I was 7, I was like obsessed with the Jonas Brothers, right? So like, the only man I wanted to be kissing, man, boy, whatever the fuck. The only person I wanted to be kissing was Joe Jonas, and he wasn't Joe Jonas, so why would I want to kiss him? Do you know what I mean? Should I have gone back to like 7-year-old Blessing and be like, I know you don't want to, but give him a smooch. You know, it will change your trajectory of life. Like, it will change your life's course. But at the same time, everything happens for a reason, you know? And like, I'm just around people who are like, you know, oh my god, like he likes me and I like him, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy for you. But at the same time, what about me? What about what I need? What about what's best for me? If you know where that's from, then I love you. It's from the Dream Girls, so I feel like you should have collected that and you should have known that already. But if you didn't, it's fine. You should watch the Dream Girls. Maybe I should stop striving for the perfect best friend, because I've been doing that for years and it's really not worked out. So maybe I should start striving for the I stutter so much. Maybe I should start striving for the perfect man or something. Maybe I should just be deluded and like go for that, because I feel like even if I didn't have a lot of friends, I feel like if you have like you have one partner, obviously you don't spend all your time with the partner because it's like really unhealthy, but like someone who I feel like I can talk to, and at the end of the day, like we like have each other. Pardon me, but I don't have that. I don't have any interests. But it's like personal, but at the same time, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because I'm here. And it's not like I've ever felt attractive and then like I've got it to compare to, as I've said, like I haven't dated in other countries. Like this is the first time I've ever tried dating in my life. So like, it's like going in a race with like a massive cinder block encasing your leg. You have this massive disadvantage, right? Because I don't know how to, like, even just physically or whatever people think about black people or just dating as a black woman in the world in general is quite difficult, and I feel like being here has probably amplified it for me. I don't know if I leave or when I leave if that will ever get better, but I feel like because I started dating in Korea, maybe during the pandemic or something, I don't fucking know. Maybe that's why it feels so hard. But so far, 0 out of 10 don't recommend. Because as I've said before, like the amount of messages that are like, friends are, they say like it happens when you least expect it and when you stop thinking about it. But for the majority of the time, I don't actually think about it. It's just, I just sometimes do. And lately I've been feeling very lonely. It's probably hormones. But your girl isn't happy. It's just really disheartening. Like I feel like as a young woman in her 20s, approaching mid-20s, I want something nice to happen. So this is a PSA. Jungkook, Christian, Grey, another one. I am single and ready to mingle. I can be wifey. I can. I really can.
Loser!
I'm cute. So it's been hard. It's hard, I think. I think especially like since like as I said, like I always encourage people like you shouldn't set limits to yourself, right? Being 23, you know, boyfriend, being 25, 6, whatever, like it doesn't really mean anything. But I get how hurtful or like triggering it could be, because it's triggering to me. Like as I said, like I think about back to 7-year-old Blessing, but then I also think about 22-year-old Blessing. When I went on that date with that guy and he asked me to be his girlfriend, sometimes I'm like, maybe I should have said yes, but then at the same time that's like me limiting myself because I didn't want to be his girlfriend and I knew what I wanted. So I think I just need to believe in the process and just, it will happen to me when it happens to me. I've just got to believe in the process and just hope that soon, eventually, I'll find a partner who likes me and I like them, and I won't even remember this time where I hated everything about myself. But that being said, my lovely subscribers, if you are feeling the same way, girls, boys, thems, you're not alone, honestly. And like I received like the loveliest email the other day as someone who's in uni right now, and she was just talking about how like she relates to everything that I've gone through, and it was like the most touching email because like when I make these videos, first and foremost, like I'm not really thinking that anyone's really gonna see them, but then at the same time, like I'm thinking some people are gonna see them and, you know, go through the same thing as me, because I don't know, like when I go through certain things, I don't search like videos on the internet, I guess, but I guess you just watch YouTube, right? And then if you've hit the jackpot and then you find someone you can relate to, then that's like the ultimate, you know, find. And I mean, it kind of feels nice to know that you're not alone in like the way you feel, because sometimes when you feel certain ways, you feel crazy almost, like, is anything real? Like, do I even have a point to be feeling this way? And everything that you feel is valid. Kind of nice, right? it opens my eye. This is with no lash. This is with the lash. No lash, lash. So like it's good to know that like you're not alone in this kind of situation. Like lately, I just feel like I've been having like an imposter syndrome. Like I just feel so fake. I don't know what feels fake about me necessarily, but I don't feel real, you know? And I'm becoming nostalgic about times that haven't happened or that probably won't happen. Like if I'm listening to certain music, I'm like, this reminds me of Korea in summertime or springtime. I live in Korea and it's spring, like, do you know what I mean? And I think I get upset, like, there's lovely weather and there's so much to do, but I don't have anyone to do it with. I think what I am is like, I'm fake alone, but I'm lonely. Do you know what I mean? Even when I'm with people, I feel quite like not there. So I try and socialize, but I have like thought to the back of my head like, oh my god, this person hates me. Do you know what I mean? So that's why like, I probably avoid socializing, even though it probably is my fault. But at the same time, I don't avoid socializing. I just don't feel real. These lashes are quite nice. They're a lot. And this one needs to be fixed because it's giving me very much AliExpress. I'm trying to serve, you know? I feel like around this time, you always get videos of me going like, I'm so sad. I think this is just a constant state for me now. I don't remember the last time I was ever happy. Last year was terrible for me, the end of last year. So why you didn't see me. Some things I want to say that involve people that I currently work with, and if they like find this channel, then they'll be like, girl, you're talking about so and so. You'll never catch me. Even though like I stupidly mentioned in passing, see, this is not even my accent. I stupidly mentioned it in passing that I had a YouTube channel, and then like they were asking what the name was, and I was like, I can't tell you because like all I do is talk shit, which is true, but like, oh my god, I've said too much. I wish I could talk right now. Be nice to treat yourself, Blessing. Ooh. We love how she missed her lip. I'll overline it and just say it's intentional. Does it look stupid? Guys, if you're moving to Korea or you moved to Korea, like email me. It sounds like really loserish, but I do have an email on my channel. Like email me so we can hang out. Like I need friends. I need things to do, and then I'll forget about having a man. I just need friends. So I think we are done, but as I said, I really love Ana Luisa's jewelry. I usually only wear like silver jewelry, but I wanted to kind of dabble into gold, especially since it's so high quality, and I really love this pendant. I also really love the earrings. I thought that I wouldn't like the kind of huggy type earrings, right? Because they like cusp, they caress my earlobes, and I really do like them. Please email me any concerns or any questions or any requests you have, and any questions you have, because I want to do a Q&A again, so please send that to my email address, not Instagram, because I do not check Instagram for my own mental health. Important girlies. I hope you stay subscribed. I hope if you're a new subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're just a visitor, please subscribe, like, and comment. We're trying to be more consistent in the year of 2022. That's one of my goals, to be consistent on YouTube. It's really nice seeing you guys comment, even though I forget to reply. I'm really sorry about that. But should we come up with like a name? I'm not even big, like, I'm not even like a big YouTuber. Like I don't even have like a big following, but I feel like we should come up with a name for like us. Do you know what I mean? Like a friendship crew. I don't know, the Blessinators. That's so loserish. I'm not gonna say that. But thank you for watching. As I said, like if you want to try out Ana Luisa's jewelry, which I highly recommend, the discount code is in the description box. And I hope to see you real soon. And thank you for watching. Bye.